Well, hello, and welcome to the new show here on Politics Social called Drawn Together with me, Graham Hughes, and Mike Dix. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Hello, Graham.
Are you all right, mate? Are you all right? You all right? No?
No, I don't like to talk about it, but, you know.
What?
Bit poorly.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, man.
Have you tried
Horlicks?
I'm told that is a potential cure. That and marijuana.
Have you tried licking a badger's arse?
That's how I got it.
Oh, God damn it. What have I told you about those badger's arses? Anyway, big shout out to the people in the chat. Sorry we didn't put up I didn't put up the notification this was going live till about 5 minutes before we actually started. And then I put the wrong thumbnail on it, so everyone thought it was another episode of The Intersection with me and Hannah talking about...
I can do a Hannah.
Can you do Hannah? Problem. Can you do our Hannah? Let's talk about Adolescence, the TV show. Anyway, no, we're going to do that. So big shout out to Diz and Sphere Lance and Russ and Samuso 86. We've got Simon Smith in the chat and Robot King, and we've got G.Ez and Graham Haller in there as well as Sarah Davis. Hello. Saz in there as well. So if you'd like to join our friends in the chat, really simple. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button. Wait for approximately 1 minute and you should be able to join in. Now, we do want a bit of audience participation in this one because we're going to be talking about what's going on in the news, and Mike's going to try and come up with a drawing as we're going live. He's going to try and draw. You've got 55 minutes, mate. Do you reckon you can do it?
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
As long as it's one of the characters I've already drawn. If you try and get me to draw a new character, we might be in trouble.
Okay.
All right. Incredibly tedious.
Let's see how it goes. We are just teething here, so we don't.
We're at the cutting edge.
The teething edge.
Non-AI YouTube videos.
Yes, exactly.
So what's happening in the news? I've been setting
nothing. Absolutely nothing, mate. It's
really?
It's kind of dull. Yeah. There's no, President Trump's not, threatening to, bomb or invade anywhere like Iran or Venezuela or Greenland or Canada even.
Good. Well, he is a peacemaker.
And,
so that's
it definitely doesn't look like old Keir Starmer circling the drain for a misjudgment of spectacular supernova style Oblivion.
So has he given Peter Mandelson a new job yet? Because it's been a couple of days.
He's going to have a job in the prison bloody kitchens in a few years' time, I think, when this all goes through the courts. Because
do you think these people ever end up in prison?
Yeah, Jeffrey Archer.
That's true, but nobody liked him. I mean, Mandelson. Yeah, all right. Is Jeffrey Archer still alive?
I think he is. Yes. He just wrote his last book. He said, "This is going to be my last book," and everyone went, "Yay!"
Yay! Brilliant.
And funny enough,
back in the old days, we used to lock up Tory MPs quite a lot, didn't we? There was two or three of them went to jail.
Yeah, quite rightly. Jeffrey Archer, he's 85 years old, still knocking around. There was do you remember Enterprise, the TV show about the Starship Enterprise? I'm pretty sure that the original name for
was Jeffrey. I read that.
Was Jeffrey Archer. So they had to change it. To what was it? Jonathan in the end?
Jonathan Archer.
Jonathan Archer. Yeah.
Whose
played
father
by Scott
invented
Bakula from the Bakula in Time division of quantum leaping.
Didn't his father engineer the first Enterprise? Or warp drive or something.
Something like that, yeah.
It was a documentary. I remember it. Great theme tune.
It's a great show.
Long something. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. You meant. Oh, sorry. I thought about Quantum Leap. No, that was good.
Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
I used to love Quantum Leap.
The theme tune to the Enterprise that left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, it wasn't epic, was it? I heard that about Enterprise. Says Harry Flashman, so it must be true. So, should we get over to your writing screen and drawing screen? You can show me what it is and tell me all about it. Tell me all about your stuff.
Right, so we call it drawing, right? Which is a bit of a stretch,
Ooh.
basically, because I use 3D software to create these things.
Okay.
So anyone that's familiar with SketchUp, which is architectural software, that's the software that I use to create cartoons. Totally not designed to create cartoons with.
Is it
I
meant
think
to
I
be
may
for
be the
architects or something? What's it meant for?
originally SketchUp was great software. It was free,
Right.
and it was designed by Google to allow you to create buildings to put on Google Maps. That was the original plan,
Ooh.
and it was distributed free. And it's one of those classic bits of software that I'll whinge about, where it turned into they spun it out as a separate company, got rid of the link to Google Maps, and then started charging you £600 a year subscription for software that's effectively 30 years old.
Oh my
Basically,
God.
it's like, but there you go.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Archer did go to Wellington School in Somerset.
There you go. I don't have a Jeffrey Archer character, so we can't do a Jeffrey Archer cartoon.
Oh, okay.
So we're going. What are we going to do?
Bakula?
Let's get
What
the
about
chat.
Count Dracula?
I've got Count Dracula.
Have you?
Well, I've got the Count from the Muppets.
Get the Count from the Muppets, because it's the Prince of Darkness, isn't it? Because that's what Mandelson was known as, the Prince of Darkness, wasn't he?
He was.
He was.
Hang on. Let's
He
just.
was. I'm looking at all your little characters there in the corner. There's some great stuff in there.
Yeah, I've got the frog from the Ice Raids. I've got Lego Batman.
Ooh.
And the Devil and Death. Where's the Count?
So
when I say I've got the Count, I don't have the Count.
You don't have Count Dracula?
Nope.
Oh, I was going to say, because you could have the Prince of Darkness meets Count Dracula.
Got Larry the Cat. We could do that.
He's not.
It's like, it sounds similar to Count, doesn't it?
The Count, the cat.
The Count cat.
Russ said it's doing CAD. It's doing CAD. Computer aided design.
CAD.
AutoCAD.
Yeah. Right. Shall we get Mandelson first?
Yeah, let's get Mandy.
So I did Mandy this morning. So let me
Did
just
you?
try and find it.
But what about the cartoon?
That's exactly what Jeffrey Epstein said.
Hey, sorry, too soon. We've got to get Mandy in there. Get Jeffrey in there, not Jeffrey.
Right? Do you want Mandelson in his pants or in a suit?
In his pants. In his pants. He's got to be, because that's got to be a fucking meme forever, isn't it? Of him in his pants. He's tiny. Look at him. He's a little tiny man. Oh god, that looks a bit scary. That looks like he's been taken in by some serial killer who's like done things to him. Oh god, that looks like Pinhead.
So he's constructed out of bits, basically, so we can pose him a little bit and mess about with him. But this is the Mandy I created this morning. Whoa. I'm quite proud of the pants.
This is quite cool. Whose idea was it to put him in pants?
It was this Scouser bloke. What's his name?
Oh, gobshite.
Ringo Starr.
Hey, would you like to know my claim to fame?
Do you know Ringo Starr?
No. So in the British music experience down at the Pier Head, they've got a whole exhibition on at the moment, and it's running until the 22nd of March, about the creation of the artwork for the first Arctic Monkeys album. You know, with the guy with the cigarette.
Yeah.
Right, there's a whole exhibition about it, and apparently I've just been told by one of my friends who's been that I'm in one of the pictures with my video camera.
Really?
Yeah, I'm there.
What were you doing there?
I don't know, I was just following them around, filming them, I guess. I don't know, it was a long time ago.
Monkeys.
Yeah, it was like 20 years ago.
That's an iconic album cover. That's an awesome
album
cover. Great photo.
Good. It was a good night out. We were all getting drunk. Oh, fuck.
All right, so what are we going to get Mandy doing?
Right. So we haven't got Dracula, but
we can make a Dracula as long as you can fill in the space. I mean, it might take some time. Let me have a see.
How about we have Dracula?
Oh look, hang on.
Get Keir Starmer in there.
I've got the Count from the Muppets.
That's what I meant. That'll do. Oh, that is the Count, isn't it?
What would the joke be with Mandy and the Count?
It would be the Prince of Darkness meets Count Dracula. We need Count Dracula for it, though, I think. Should we get Keir Starmer in there? Have you got different Keir Starmers, or have you just got the one? You got a Steve Bray in there. That's really cool.
There is only one Keir Starmer, I think, the boring one, mainly grey.
There
You're doing better than me at seeing those characters, basically. I'm impressed.
there's only one Prince of Darkness, and it's Ozzy. Says Jenny. That is very true.
We could put
Got a Melania there in a hat.
We could put the paranoid android in.
Old Queenie.
Right, where are you, Keir?
Kia.
Sunak. I've got. I mean, you talk about the Prince of Darkness. I've got Sunak.
I think we need Keir Starmer and Mandelson, and we need an Epstein. You got an Epstein, haven't you?
I've got an Epstein.
Okay.
I've got a Musk.
But
got a Trump. Look, Michael Gove's still in there. He hasn't done anything recently, has he?
He was at the Labour Party conference. I shouted to him. I said, Michael, are you lost? Guess you had to be there.
Was it funny at the time?
No. Ironically.
Right, where are you heading with the Mandelson and Starmer idea?
Well, let's get an Epstein on there.
Who's in the chat today?
Here we go. We've got Sphere Lance saying, have Mandelson saying, I am the Count of Darkness, and the real Count saying, minus the O, pal.
Minus, right. Mandelson saying, we can do the wording later. What are we looking at?
So Mandelson saying, I'm the Count of Darkness. And we'll get the Count from the Muppets saying, minus the O. Thank you very much for the super chat. That came with the super chat as well. So thank you very much to Sphere Lance for that. I quite like that. We got minus the O.
Do you want the Count back in?
Yeah.
Let's get the Count.
And can we? So how difficult is it to manipulate these characters?
The Count, impossible.
No, Keir Starmer. Can you put him on his knees? Can you make him cry? Can you have him like with his hands by his head and like?
We can try.
We can try
these guys.
I really like that idea, Sphere Lance.
What does he want? Keir Starmer.
He needs to be on his knees, really, doesn't he? Like crying, like this, like at the end of the Hunt of the Crocodiles. What's it called? Planet of the Apes. Silence of the Lambs. Planet of the Apes. That was wild. I just heard. I just joined and said, Graham, say, let's get Epstein. So for those of you who don't know what's going on, I've just arrived a bit late. Mike is going to be drawing a cartoon in real time with the characters that he's got pre-rendered, because obviously it takes a long time to put these things together in 3D art. And we're making a cartoon. So Sphere Lance has suggested, the joke being Mandelson saying, I am the Count of Darkness, and the Count from Sesame Street saying minus the O.
Actually, that's a good joke. It's all right.
That is a good joke. Have you only just got it? Oh my.
Well, listen,
I'm sorry, Sphere Lance. I feel like I should give you a super chat.
This being a new, like people that watch me on any other of your programs know that I just rabbit on normally, basically. But I'm trying to run two computers, chat to you, host the Zoom call that we're doing.
ADHD heaven, mate. ADHD heaven.
Thinking about the cartoon. Thinking, if somebody suggests something I just cannot draw, basically, or manipulate, then how am I going to get myself out of that hole, basically? Right. So each of the bits, these are like little Lego models, is the way I look at them, is that I can mess about their legs and arms.
Yeah. That looks good to me. And so we'd have Kia sort of just off in the corner, having a little bit of a cry. And then we'll have the main two characters, the Count and Epstein. And Epstein saying, I am the Count of Darkness. And the Count saying, ho, 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 minus the O. See, that I like that joke because it does take a little minute to go, hang on, what? And then you put it together.
It's got a little bit of it's got a little bit of maths in it as well.
Yes. Oh, yes. Have you ever seen the the YouTube video, and it's the Count from Sesame Street. And every time he says the word count, they've beeped it out so it sounds like he's saying a rude word.
No.
It's absolute genius. Because he's like talking about the things he likes to count around the room. He's singing a song saying he likes to count the things on the wall, and he likes to count the bats. And sometimes when he's on his own, he likes to count himself. But by beeping out the word count, it makes you think that he's saying fuck. Genius. Very early on, internet genius. There. Do you know what? Since we're mates with Happy Toast and Cold War Steve, this would be really cool to do this with them, you know.
We should get them in.
We should get them in. Chris and Chris.
Good plan.
Everyone's called Chris.
So who came up with this joke?
This was Sophia Lance came up with this joke.
Sophia Lance, if you just ring me every morning at about 9 o'clock with one of these, just save me the hassle of having to read the news and think
Checks
about
in the post.
anything.
Yeah.
Perfect. So SketchUp have just changed the way that you reverse
Bastards.
pieces.
I hate it when they change
It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
You know how you get used to a bit of software, basically.
And then they take it away.
Right, we got Keir kneeling down.
Excuse me. Okay.
Unhide those guys.
What's going on with Peter Manson there? Why has he got two lines across his mouth like a horror film character?
It's just the way SketchUp ends up creating a smooth image. If you because I created it this morning.
Yeah.
I put a little mouth in there because I'm going to animate him at some point in time, and it splits all of these little squares, and then it just displays it badly. It doesn't happen when you render it out. It doesn't look like that.
So yeah,
right,
we need to move Keir off to sort of the side a little bit, I think. Yeah. Or yeah, he could be behind them. That works. He's gonna not look like he's worshipping him though. Can we get tears in his eyes, or is that too difficult to look around with?
We can try. Let's try and build a tear.
And yeah, what you could do is in that position, that's great. But once you've got his tears, if you then move him to the left of the other two, so he's not looking at them, he's sort of looking away, going, "Oh fucking hell!" Because the joke is here that despite the fact that
do we need the question for the joke, because this is how I construct them in the morning, is does it need Keir?
Yeah, because that's pulling it into what's going on. I mean, there's a good chance he could lose his fucking job as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom as a result of what? Yeah.
Did you? I saw you covering his speech earlier today, or his drone earlier today from Hastings.
I fucking zoned out, mate. I went over made himself a cup of coffee.
I'm really passionate about this. Well, go on, fucking hell, kid. Just be a bit passionate, will you?
I'm so passionate.
He's, because it's like it seems to me that they'd written the script to be okay. We need to get you on top of the narrative, basically. Come out and say why you do public service, what makes a good human being, etc., basically. And it was just so tedious.
Yeah.
But you're like, well, I missed all of that. I don't know exactly what you were talking about at all, really.
It's funny because
maybe you said sorry.
Yeah, I put in the chat last night about getting people to pick up litter and stuff in the local area. And then they made a speech about it today and said, we've got to get people to pick up litter in the local area. I was like, fucking hell. Are they listening into our chat?
I think was it you were talking about creating a dad's army?
Yeah, for old people to give them something to do, like take pride in their community and build stuff. So when I lived in Australia, I was in Ballarat, which is to the northwest of Melbourne, and one day we, as a community, I don't know who organised it, but we just turned up and we helped build a kids play area. And it was just locals helping out. So there were a few people there who knew what they were doing, and all the materials had been bought, and we were just volunteers. It was like, can you bring that from over here, and then we'll put this in here. It was like Challenge Annika, but everyone just turned up. They knew it was going to happen a few weeks in advance, and I just thought this is what communities should be like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we do. There's a couple of volunteer gardening organisations in
Yeah.
Brighton that go around
Yeah.
and do all the parks, and then there's litter picking on the beach constantly that you can just sign up for and go and do,
Yeah.
which are great.
We got a chat in here saying, "Lol." When I saw the name Mike Dix, I thought you meant Mike Dicken, the TalkSport political pundit who's been dead for 20 years.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
That's definitely me.
Bring back political pundits.
Let's
Bring back David Frost.
Yeah, much further back.
No, put him on the other side.
Put
Put him on the other side of them. That's it.
That side of the count.
Yeah, a little bit further away. And yeah, you got it.
Well, at the moment, this is in. We're not in perspective. We're flat.
No, have him looking. Have him looking away from him. Don't have him looking towards him. Just have him looking away into the, because that looks like.
Where do you want?
Them. If you
you want Keir looking off to the side?
Yeah, like he's just like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? I'm about to lose my job. There you go. That's better. Lovely. I'm gonna lose my job here.
All right, and meet the king of. So nobody's saying it. Just the count is the only one going to be saying anything in this. Yeah.
No. So Epstein's mate, has to.
Do you want
say...
Epstein in it as well?
No.
We don't want Epstein.
No, we don't need him. It's more faff. So you've
Epstein's
got Mandelson saying, "I am the Count of Darkness," because he's called the Prince of Darkness, isn't he? So it's a bit of a play on that. I am the Count of Darkness. Or maybe they call me the Count of Darkness, and the Count is saying minus the O.
All right. Okay, so let's put that.
But I mean, you could leave that to last. Should we do the surrounds? Okay, you're doing surrounds now. Surround sound. Oh, it's got shadows. Shadows on me lungs.
Shadows.
I've been eaten away. Name the movie.
I'm going to move Keir further back. So
name the movie. Someone in the chat, name the movie. I'm just giving you a little bit of a clue. He's very far back from them.
Yeah, but
he's a sad man. So when you make your cartoons, you just basically take a snapshot of that. Does it render it out?
Yeah. So what we do is render it then. I use Fluid Ray to do that nowadays. So are we happy?
Yeah. Mike's making a cartoon, and it's got Jeffrey Epstein. It's got the Count from Sesame Street. It's got Keir Starmer crying in the background, and we're gonna have what's his name, Mandelson saying, "I am the Count of Darkness," and the Count from Sesame Street's going to say yes without the O.
All of that
minus the O.
My first question is, why has he got no pants on?
Because that's the picture, isn't it? It's the picture of Mandelson that's everywhere. That picture.
Oh, don't show that.
Too much information.
The front of my private eye this week stuck to the envelope, so the top of it's all ripped off. But yeah, that's the picture there. I think I just scared my girlfriend off. She's not going to talk to me now for a week.
Serves all right. Right.
Serves all right for going out with me. Sphere Lance wants to know how much Sphere Lance's commission is.
This is good. We should do this all the time. It just genuinely saves me coming up with an idea. So the way I normally work with these is there'll be a story.
You know, we can see all your files, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
Can't be
just
helped.
in case there's anything in there that you don't want the file name to be seen. Too late now.
Can't be helped.
Too late now. Can't be helped.
So let's have a look at our image size. So the nice thing with this rendering engine is it's a live rendering engine. So I can go back to the model and look at that and go, right, these guys are all standing too close to the front, which is why it's not looking right.
Right. How long did it take you to learn to use this program?
12 years.
Wow. What year did you start using it?
Well, I mean, I started using it seriously in 2016.
Right. But you've been using it
before then. I'd been using it for 10 years anyway, basically. So yeah, it's like a lot of people say, teach me to do that. And you go, okay, but it took me 10 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like any piece of software, isn't it? You kinda
Photoshop, Premiere,
yeah, I don't
After
know
Effects,
how quickly
Illustrator.
I can get you through all of these learning curves that I
pressed
went
that,
through
nothing
over
happened.
the years. Yeah.
So is there anything there like on the toolbars? You got a lot of different icons there. Are there any icons there and you haven't got a fucking clue what they do?
Yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah, same with Photoshop for me. I've been using Photoshop since 1998, and there's still stuff in there. I'm like, I don't know what this does when I press it.
I just switched rendering engines because I used to work for a company called Socialites years ago who created a rendering engine, and I used it for 12 years. But they went bust about 3 years ago. They gave me a few licenses before they went. And the programmer who created the software died. He died during COVID.
Oh, fuck.
So they could never update the software and it wouldn't work with the latest versions of SketchUp. So I hung on for ages using an old version of SketchUp just to keep the same rendering engine.
Yeah.
And about a month ago, I started using this new rendering engine, Fluid Ray.
Yeah.
And it's been so easy to learn. I think mainly because the software's newer.
Right.
And therefore, they've solved a lot of problems that SketchUp never managed to solve.
One of the things that kind of annoyed me about Photoshop for quite a time, they were trying to put stuff in there, like they put in 3D lettering and stuff, and it was just shite. It was painful, and it's like, no, farm that off to something else. Make your raster graphics in Photoshop, and then move them across, or make your vector graphics in. But don't cross it over. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like adding After Effects to Premiere. You just export it and do all. Because it's it's what I was asking about the icons. It's just there's so many icons, and you're like, what the fuck does that do? And it opens up the chances of you accidentally pressing on something and then having no clue what you've done or why that happened. Keir Starmer needs to just turn a little bit more towards the camera.
Okay.
Because you can't. The tears look a bit.
Well, let's try and get the framing.
How difficult is it to render a flat A4 sheet of paper?
Not hard. Why? What do you want?
I want Keir Starmer to be holding a P45.
His P45.
Yeah, his P45.
All right. So you want Keir facing the camera a little bit more?
No, a little bit more, yeah, because he's very much side on there, isn't he? Not so he's looking at Mandelson.
This is cool. This is like, what do we call this?
Graham being a twat.
No,
Graham being anal. Graham's
working,
anal half hour. Oh no, that's
working
that's
collaboratively with the client. This is a
oh god, yes.
This is a designer's nightmare, isn't it?
Can you do that, but entirely different?
Can you do that, but make it cool? And constantly the designer is sitting there going, yeah, can you do that, but fuck off, basically. Right, hang on. Let's you fill in the void in me talking.
Yeah, okay. The Hidden Knight says, I hate the fact that the autocorrect is changing Kia to Kia, mainly because I've been watching Severance, so my autocorrect thinks that I'm talking about that Kia. Oh, the god figure from Severance. Yeah, the I and the E, getting them the right way around. It's difficult to remember that one, isn't it?
It is a nightmare, though. Why? I don't understand why it's spelt that way.
Sphere Lance has got another really great idea.
Does it involve different characters and a completely different setup?
Yes.
Excellent.
No.
That's what we need.
Take all of the saturation down for Kia, so he's black and white, like the old spitting image character for John Major. Oh, that's a really good idea.
Okay, come on.
What do you think?
How are we doing for time? That's my only
We've got bags of time. We're 6:30.
Good. Okay, so
there you go. This is great. So not only do you have me giving you notes in real time, right, like a client, we've got all these people in the chat who are just like, yeah, can you do that? Yeah, his cheeks are the wrong colour.
Nice. It's like having 35 different clients.
Do you know what I hate though? When you're in the middle of something, right, and you're designing something, but you're using like a template, or you're building on an image that's already been there. So when I'm doing my thumbnails, like the text on the left isn't always compatible with the whatever the image is on the right, because I changed the text first to think of the joke, and then I've got to get the assets from the internet to do the right hand side of the screen. And if anyone sees it at that point, they'll be like, but it'll say like, this guy's a twat, and it'll be an arrow to like, I don't know, David Attenborough or something. If anyone sees it, they go, you're like, no, I'm halfway through. I haven't finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're showing everyone how the sausage is made.
We've got a monochrome kit, and we want the P45, don't we?
And we want the P45. Maybe take a ride on the P45.
Let's see if we can turn it into a bit of paper. Cloth works. Why had that? This could break. Yeah, it did break.
What do you mean? Have we broken your internet?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That piece of paper. Is that why like the mouse is going like this?
It's just we're going to keep it as a piece of paper. I'm not going to. I will bend it. Hang on.
Just keep it as a piece of paper. That's fine. You'll be able to rotate it, won't you?
Going to do that. Right, where would that be if Keir's kneeling down? I can't really put it in his... I could put it in his hand on the side of his head. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Put him in his hand. Bring his hand out a bit and then...
Let's just bring it down.
And you just need to
Which
rotate.
breaks some of my rules of simplicity on pictures, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You're the boss.
No, I'm not. It's actually Sophia Lance who's deciding what needs to be done. You want someone in the background asleep after listening to Starmer talk for 5 minutes? Maybe just do another one. We've got time to do just one where it's just Keir Starmer in a room of people and they're all asleep. It's like sleep clinic.
What colour's a P45? Does anybody in the chat know? I haven't had a P45 for a long time.
Let's have a look on the internet.
I think they're probably blue writing on. We'll keep it this way. It looks all right. Okay.
It's kind of...
So let's see.
Oh, it's kind of... I don't know. It's kind of grey. That's fine.
We'll keep it like that. And it'll stand out against its grey skin. Right, let's go and render it again.
Lovely. Oh, Kia's tears have gone yellow.
Yeah, we'll get that.
So he can be monochrome, but his tears should be a bit blue, shouldn't they? Blue tears. Oh, they're blue. They are blue.
We will turn them into water.
That makes that is a good call. Oh, what would it actually show through? That'd be quite cool.
They are actually
shallow water might be better. Oh, I don't know actually because you're gonna be able to see it.
Let's just get his glasses.
Okay. This is very cool.
The only problem I have with this rendering engine is that every time you go in, you have to tell it what things are made of, and I haven't yet got to the point where I can standardize that, but that's a learning curve. Anyone that's got any experience of fluid ray could help me. So what we can do then?
Sorry, Hidden Knight said, "Is your OnlyFans handle Graham's anal hour?"
Yeah. Background color. I'm going to make it black. I think everything Mandelson's in needs to be black, don't you?
Yes.
So let's find some paint somewhere.
This is great. Oh, I love it.
And then we can choose a setting. Let's put them in a studio. So all of these are different lighting settings. So this is basically a 3D studio, and I can change the lighting on them. Can you see that all right?
Cool.
So you get bright lights in their face, or we can get it just off on the side.
Oh yeah,
This
I
is a
like
bit
that
I normally
idea
see
because then
just
it's
checking.
like, yeah.
Let's just try another one just in case. It's not quite so sinister, is it?
I did like it
Oof,
when it was, yeah,
I
not
love that. I
too
love
much,
that.
but I do like that shadow on this one side, the hard shadow. That looks good. And so, what I think Mandelson should be saying is because not everyone knows what Mandelson looks
The
like.
problem with this is we can't read Keir's P45 because of the lighting.
Oh motherfucker! Can you make the light
So
come from the other side?
yeah,
There
we
you
have to
go.
spin the lighting
Spin it,
round.
spin it.
But then we might not see Keir.
Shake it
These
like
are
a
the things
Polaroid picture.
because it's realistic lighting.
You have realistic lighting on your cartoons. I like that. I like your attention to detail.
They're HDR lights. Yeah, so we can stick them in.
That's fine. That looks fine. Except his tears look a bit weird because they've got dropping shadows on his face.
Yeah.
Does anyone get me question? Shadows on me lungs. I've been eaten away. Oh, God in heaven, help me. Does anyone know what that's from? Anyone? Did anyone in the chat get it? I'm amazed. It's like Bob Ross.
Is this the show you were doing yesterday?
Yeah, we were doing quotes from films.
How did you get on with it? I didn't see the end of it.
Sphere Lance, before he came up with this idea, said, draw Graham cuddling Farage. God, no. Ugh.
I could do that.
What were you asking? How I did on the quiz yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, the chat did very, very well. The chat got 30, and basically it was like the chase. So I get the first crack at it, and if I get it wrong, then it goes to the chat, and they got 30 seconds to get the right answer, and they managed to get the right answer 30 times. Most of that was Sarah Davis. She absolutely stormed it, but it was neck and neck up until the last few. And then the last few, because I think they got progressively more famous as they got towards the end, because it was like a countdown to like the number one most famous line from a film, which is frankly no idea. I don't give a damn, of course. And I just ran away at the end. I got 37 in the end, 37 to the audience's 30. So I did win that. I love that. The Epstein Files. I saw that today. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So
you need a copy
we'll
of your book.
While that's rendering,
yeah,
I will get rid of this and we'll create the speech bubble. So let's just go and grab a speech bubble from somewhere.
Okay.
Blatantly.
This is what
opportunity for me to
show off all your stuff. I do this. I've got, like a speech bubble set up on Photoshop, so all of my thumbnails look pretty much the same.
Yeah. I can't say I'm that organized, but over the years I've got more organized at doing this.
I'm not that organized.
I've made it easier for myself over the years, but nowhere. Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I sit there, look at the software and go, if I could spend 2 days just reorganizing all of my filing system, my life would be a lot easier. And then you go, no, I can't be bothered. It's going to be fine.
But also, I've got my desktop PC, I've got my laptop, do you know what I mean? And it's like remembering which assets were.
What was the wording for this one again? I am the...
hello, I am Peter Mandelson.
We shouldn't need to do that with a caricature.
No one knows what Peter Mandelson looks like. Who knows him? He's not really famous.
Don't know.
I'm Peter Mandelson, the Count of Darkness. I know it's the Prince of Darkness in reality. Peter Mandelson. They call me the Count of Darkness. I like that font. It's very motorway. It's the little kick on the L's.
It's called New Transport.
Yeah.
And it is the Swedish. They use it on
the road signs.
Signposting. Yeah. Not here, sadly, because ours would look a bit prettier if it was done like that.
Oh, really? You don't like the motorway font?
I know I do, but it's
very similar.
I think this is nicer. Yeah, very similar.
The kerning between the I and the apostrophe isn't great though.
Are you gonna go? You're gonna go kerning, aren't you?
Yeah. Looks a bit better now. Hello, I'm Peter Mandelson. They call me the Count of Darkness.
Right. this is just finicky, and I'm not going to be able to talk while I do it. So you
That's
may
okay.
have to fill in the void.
That's what she said. So it looks like Mandelson is standing next to Ray Reardon. What? Like he starts to career in snooker with a deceased coach. Who's Ray Reardon? I don't even know that. How far it's behind?
Come on, this ages some of us in the chat. Yeah, it does.
I love
the
this.
Count, the Count does
yeah.
look like Ray Reardon. Ray Reardon's a snooker player from the 1970s and 80s.
One of the things I love about me, right? Because Phil answer say, Graham, organised, same sentence, is I am incredibly organised, but in the most disorganised way you could possibly imagine, which is why I've done over 2,500 live shows on the internet and also visited every country in the world and lived on a tropical island for 3 years off grid. It's a weird thing.
Is always the bit. It's the bit I never get. Is how you managed to visit all those countries. How you managed to do all the planning.
I don't know how I did
an
it.
ADHD brain.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't know how I did it. I just did it. Every
time I think about it, I think the only way I could probably manage to do that is to just do it alphabetically. Basically, it's like
what
would
happened?
Be the worst possible way to travel to every country in the world.
I went to Liverpool City Library. I got every single Lonely Planet that I could get my hand on that I needed. Because don't forget, you can get the Lonely Planet for Africa, and that covers all 53 countries of Africa. So what you can do is there's a section in the back of each chapter called Getting There and Away, and I made a note of what borders were open and then worked it sort of out from there.
What year did you do it?
I started in 2009, but I actually planned the journey much earlier than that. I planned the journey a few years earlier than that, and I took it to The Guardian. I was going to do it as a travel blog for The Guardian. I've got a friend, Ellie Levinson, who's got a book that's just come out, by the way. I'm gonna promote my friend's book. She's actually going to be in Durham this Saturday in Waterstones.
See, thank God for the chat. Look, because people in the chat, unlike you, are paying attention.
It's minus the O, mate. It's minus the O.
I knew that. I was just making sure people were watching. Basically.
Yeah.
There's nothing. A dyslexic cartoonist is the kind of cartoonist that tries really hard to put no dialogue in his cartoon. All right. Okay. Let's go.
Minus the O, or should we have the O is unnecessary? What do you think? What's funny?
I think minus is good because it's the count.
Yeah, he counts.
Yeah. And
yeah. Yes.
And there's another way to do the dialogue, which could be, instead of "Hello, I'm Peter Mandelson," it could say, "They call me the Count of Darkness," and the Count says, "minus the O, Mr. Mandelson," which is better.
Sorry, say that again.
The dialogue, instead of saying, "Hello, I'm Peter Mandelson, they call me the Count of Darkness," and the Count says minus the O, it could say, "They call me the Count of Darkness," and the Count says minus the O, Mr. Mandelson.
Yeah, I like yours. I like that better. Yeah, that's good. I like it. I like it a lot. Do it.
Like it.
I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. So if anyone's on the awful Amazon site, I will post Ellie's link. I'm going to explain why I'm talking about Ellie. But yeah, Ellie Levinson, she's a Guardian writer, and she got to go around the world sampling kebabs. That's what she got to. I knew her from university, and I ran into her in a youth hostel in a backpackers in Kuala Lumpur back in 2002. And I was like, and she's like, "Oh, Graham, Ellie." I was like, "Hello." We hadn't seen each other since we left uni a couple of years earlier. And she said, "Oh yeah, I did this Guardian Young Writer competition, and I went for it. And I said I was going to try a kebab in 20 different countries, and they basically said okay and paid for me to go to all these countries." I'm like, "Fuck me, I want to do that." So I applied to the Guardian next time round for that same thing, and I got as far as actually having a meeting down in the Guardian HQ in that there London. And they sat me, like, I explained how it's going, and they kept on coming up with countries, going, "How are you going to do this? How are you going to do this?" And I was like, asking about Burma, and I'm like, "Well, there's the Golden Triangle, and you go on a tour, and it takes you into Laos for lunch, and then you go into Burma for a beer, and then you come back out again. You leave your passport at the border point, and then you come back out." And he's like, "Okay, all right, yeah. But what if a kid comes up to you in Sierra Leone with a gun? Like, what are you going to do?" And I was like, run the fuck away. But they were kind of convinced that if they sanctioned my travel, then and I got myself into mischief and I died or something, then they'll be culpable for it. I think that was
Really?
yeah. So they weren't too keen. But Lonely Planet, when I took it to the exact same thing, took it to them, and they were like, yeah, okay. Because their question was, what makes you think this is possible? And I went, your books. Like literally, I went through your books and worked out which borders were open and which ones weren't. But
Was it because I know Lonely Planet went bust, didn't they, at some point in time in your travels? Was it
no,
was it during your travels or after?
They didn't go bust. They didn't go bust. They got bought by the BBC the year before my travels. And then it's a bit of a long story, but essentially someone kicked off about the fact that the BBC, the biggest broadcaster in the world, had bought the biggest travel book company in the world. They weren't happy about that. Imagine who it might be, someone who really, really hates the BBC and has enough money.
Was it Murdoch?
No, we're not saying anyone's names. Anyway, so they were causing problems, and so
was it Murdoch?
I'm not saying him. And what the BBC did was they split Lonely Planet between their operations in Melbourne, Oakland, California, and London, England. And basically those three places did different things. So the website was done in, I don't know, London, the books were done in Melbourne, and the production, the TV production side of things was moved to California or something like that. And it meant that after I finished my show, so my show was shot in 2009, and it was edited on the go. It wasn't like I came along at the end of the year and went, here's all my tapes. They were editing it as it went along. So it actually came on TV only about 6 months later. We were going to do a second season. We were going to do a third season, depending on how long the travel took. But the BBC shut down the production company, part of Lonely Planet, which is the daftest thing you can do, because like it didn't cost any money. It didn't cost any money to keep it going. They got commissions, they made a show, and they put the name Lonely Planet on it. It wasn't their money they were putting on the line.
Like I used to work for a production company, and we had our run-ins with BBC Worldwide doing exactly things like that, basically. Right.
The worst thing they did to me was when Travel Channel wanted to take my original footage and re-edit it into 10 episodes instead of 8, and have interviews with me and my dad and my mum, talking about my travels and my ex-girlfriend and people who had helped me along the way, looking back on it. And that could have opened the door for another season made by a different production company. And the BBC said no.
Nightmare.
For no reason whatsoever. Like,
now, if this was me, right?
Yeah.
I would think that Keir doesn't need to be in this picture because the joke is simple enough by itself. But I'm going to bow to the collective.
Well, no, that was my idea to put Keir. Do you not feel like now that you've spent all that time making him, because that's the extra joke in the back, isn't it? That he's there with his P45.
Yeah. No, I think we keep him. You're right.
But if we
also, did you see because I came up with a name for each of the cartoons so that I can file them.
What account? Love it. Very, very good. Very good.
All right. So then what we do is export this.
Well, should we ask the chat? Let's ask the chat. Okay. So we're going to engage the audience. Right, Manson looks too young. Apparently, you need to make him look older. So while
the Trumpton character.
So I'm starting the poll. Everyone vote now. Do we boot Keir? Okay, and I don't mean from office as a prime minister. As fun as that would be. Do you think we should take Keir out to the picture? Do you think he's not needed? I mean,
do you think this is one of those polls that we could publish the results and saying everybody in Politics Social thinks that we should get rid of Keir Starmer?
Yes, let's do it. You could do Starmer on a piano singing "Oh Mandy."
Mm-hmm.
You came and you took away my job security.
The way I tend to look at them, because that's another good joke. Basically, we could do that. But that would be a separate cartoon, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
If you try and cram too much into a cartoon,
yeah,
then you're mixing up all the messages. The idea for me, like the ideal cartoon for me, is one with no dialogue. Like if you can get a picture that tells you the joke,
I agree.
Then you've won. If you have to add dialogue, it's like adding narrative to a documentary or whatever, basically, or voiceover in a movie.
Show don't tell.
If you can get it right.
The text saying they call me the Count of Darkness isn't exactly centered in the speech bubble, by the way, unless that's the intention. And that was demanded.
This is like, how many clients have we got commenting on my?
I didn't. No one said that.
I'm
I'm saying that.
No. I think they're right. This would be really useful in the mornings because one of the things when I'm coming up with a joke, I like to get it done and get it out.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't even read what I've put in the speech bubbles, and the number of times I've published them with an error of some description, or I look at it and go, "Oh, I wish
Hey,
I'd done it a different way."
You're not gonna fucking believe this, mate. You are not
What's
gonna
the
believe
poll?
this. Boot Kia, right? Mark this one down for the ages, right? 52% to 48%.
So is he going to go?
He's got to go. He's got to go. We're leaving the European Union. I mean, we're leaving Kia out. Yeah, because you're right. If you keep him, though, in another file, and we can use that exact graphic for another thing with his P45.
Yeah.
Maybe when it looks like he's on his way out. But yeah, I do like the idea of just having him in the count there. Yeah.
I'm going to collect it.
For the infernal ratio, 52, 48. You couldn't write this stuff, could you? Anyway, so back to Ellie. So she helped inspire my journey to every country in the world. Her first novel is out at the moment. It's called Room 406, and it's a 706. Sorry, 706, and it is a thriller about a couple who aren't married to each other, who have met in a hotel for a bit of hanky panky, and then a bunch of terrorists come and take over the hotel. I don't know if it's like Die Hard in a hotel or something. But that'd be quite cool. But that
sounds cool.
So it's obviously the lady can't. She doesn't want a husband and a kids to know that she's with this other guy, and there's a hostage situation, and things blow up. I guess I don't know. I've not read it because it only just came out, and I'm going to get a copy on Saturday morning when she comes to Durham. So there you go. I've pinned the link to the chat if you want to have a look at it. Although it does say on the thing, Room 708, the addictive new novel with an ending that demands to be talked about. Okay. What, you mean giving away? Spoilers. Ivan, thank you very much for you. Thank you very much for the £10 super chat. Hi, Graham. I messaged you earlier with a substantive and detailed message about the strong correspondence my mum submitted to the DWP on my behalf. I would really appreciate your response. Yeah, Ivan, I totally got that, mate. It's just that we've been setting up this whole afternoon, so I haven't had time to give it the attention that it deserves, but I will. You're in my phone. You're in my phone and in my heart. I will have a look at that for you, mate, and get back to you about it. So yeah, and thanks for the tenner. I feel bad now because you've given me a tenner to say read your fucking messages, Graham. I will. I promise.
It's the only way to get through to you. I had to do that on WhatsApp today. Graham, are we going to do this thing? Here's a tenner.
Here's a tenner.
You went smite. Yeah.
All right then. Yeah. I'm like the baby off the front of the Nirvana album. Just chasing the dollar.
And I'm also now wondering whether we take them out of the dark room.
No? Why do you want to take them out of the dark room?
No, I think you're right.
No?
I think we'll put them back in the dark room.
Come on, it's the count.
Let me find the paint.
That is brilliant. I really like this joke. Well done, Sophia Lance. Very good joke. Good. Right, how close are we to finishing?
We'll have to wait for that to render after the changes. This is a classic client conversation.
Yeah. Should I do a link to your book since people are watching?
Can you change everything about the picture and then have it done at the same time as the original deadline? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I can do that. It's just...
Right, so I've advertised Ellie's book enough now. I'm going to advertise Mike's book, Project 2025. Oh, I've only just got that.
What?
I've only just got that, Mike. Because it's the Trumpton Project 2025, isn't it? Like Project 2025.
That was the point. Yeah. Yeah,
because I hadn't seen it written like that. The funniest book ever.
Well, that's not true, but thank you.
Look, it's got Elon Musk in a burning room saying this is fine. I love that. Can we have it in Russian? Sviolance wants
the thing I genuinely love about that book is that I actually managed to get that book out. Basically.
You did? How did you do this? How did you do it, Mike? One page at a time. It's one country at a time.
Exactly. Right, let's get that picture in and out, and then we can share a link to it.
Exciting news for anyone who wants to get the second book of my trilogy, Top of the World. I realize I'm just shit at writing anywhere but like somewhere. I need to be somewhere where there's like no distractions and no biscuits.
Panama?
Yeah. So I'm going next month to Panama, and I'm planning to spend every day I'm there. Once we've finished doing all the work, because the sun comes up at 6:30, the sun goes down at 6:30 every day, right? So once all of the work's been done for the day, I'm going to go down the boat dock with R2 Disco, put some music on, probably Sabrina Carpenter, and I'm just gonna write. That's my plan. I'm just gonna write. Right. Wrong.
How do you do? What's your writing technique?
I've got to get stuff down on the paper, because if I don't get stuff down on the paper, and no matter how shit it is and how much I haven't really thought about it, so long as I can get it down on the piece of paper or on the document, then I'll spend maybe a month writing and about 6 months rewriting. But once it's there, I've got the clay to mold. But if I haven't got the clay, it's do you know what I mean? So
Can you edit? Because my biggest problem with writing in general is going back and editing. I find that really hard.
Yeah, no, I can be quite ruthless.
But
actually,
I was reading something the other day that said that I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to stick that up.
Hello. I'll be finished. Bang on target. It's 7 o'clock.
And then we're going to share it after this has gone live, basically. So if you go and find, actually, shall I do that while you talk? And I'll just
yeah.
And then we can share.
Have you done it in Russian for Sphere Lance?
Yeah. No.
Andrew says,
can he provide the translation?
Yeah. Got one for you, Graham. Quote, I'll tell you, there's a swear word, I guess. I don't know what it is about you, but you bring out the devil in me.
I see.
I don't know what it is about you, but you do bring out the devil in me. Maybe Angel Heart? Or
is it a quote from a film?
Yeah, it's a film quote. So it's going to be either Angel Heart, in which Robert De Niro played the devil, or Louis Cypher. See what he did there? Or it'll be The Devil's Advocate, where Al Pacino played the devil. You bring out the devil in me. That's really familiar. Did anyone get the quote about the lungs? Did anyone get that, by the way? I'm gonna see if anyone put it into the chat. Yes, they did. Sarah Davis got it. Of course, Sarah Davis got it. That quote was from Michael Caine, Alfie.
Sarah Davis is the fastest Googler on the internet.
No, don't say that. She's just very good.
I'm just saying.
She's just very good.
Nobody can be that good.
What did you write in my book? He wrote, Graham, best wishes, Mike Dix, you bellend.
Yeah, but why did I say that?
Because you're not very nice. No, because you had a thing explaining who I was, and then you put blah 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 politics social, and then you put and he's a legend, right? And then I edited it to change it, so instead of saying legend, it said a proper bellend.
Exactly.
That's why you should never let me, run riot with stuff.
That I put a link into the Blue Sky version of that. I am very grateful to everybody for that one. So listen, this was a test. I reckon we can do this better, because my problem is just working out the tech of all of this, basically.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that.
Can we see the final picture?
Yeah, let me just bring up Zoom and try and get my screen sharing again. Talk amongst yourselves, Graham. You're good.
So Sarah has also identified the fact that the quote from what's it called? Alfie was also used on the Carter song, My Second and Last Will and Testament, from I think 101 Damnations. I think I might be wrong, That is beautiful. Can you make it like full screen? Can you make it like, is that not possible?
Yeah, it won't do it on that screen.
Could you send me that picture? If you send me that picture, I can make it come up on the screen
here. Well, hang on, let me find.
There we go. So there you go. That's brilliant. So Socialites, how much do you normally charge for making cartoons for people? That's going to be at least £5,000, hasn't it? So Socialites, you owe Mike £5,000.
If you could just send through the PayPal payment, that'd be great.
Socialites is asking for a cut. No, it doesn't work that way. You've commissioned Mike to make the cartoon that was in your brain.
I'll tell you, Socialites, you can have a cut of all the money that I earned from that.
Yeah. That always works for me.
Nothing. I totally create these images, put them out on social media, and think, I'm not actually getting paid to do any of this. Let me see if I can send you this picture.
You bring out the devil in me. Did anyone actually answer who that was? Closer, devilish character, but other devilish character, 2 possibilities. Is it Bewitched? Not Bewitched. Bedazzled. Is it Bedazzled? Is it the original one that was good, or the one that came out later with it, Elizabeth Hurley and that was shit? Was it the Dudley Moore and Roger Cook one? What else has the devil in it? South Park movie, Bigger, Longer and Uncut.
What was that one called? The Dudley Moore and Roger and Peter Cook.
Bedazzled.
Was the devil?
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
Oh God, I need to find that.
That's
he wore a
white
movie. Suit, didn't he?
Yeah. So I think in it, what's his name? Dudley Moore works in like he's a burger shop. I think he works in like Wimpy actually or somewhere. It's very 60s. And there's this great scene where the Dudley Moore asks the devil, Peter Cook, like why he rebelled against heaven, and he said, well, what I'm going to do, and he sits on top of a post box, cross-legged, and he says, I want you to dance around me and tell me how great I am. So Dudley Moore's going, oh, you're brilliant, you're tall and you're handsome and you're amazing, and after a while he gets a bit bored and he says, oh, this is a bit tiring, can we swap places? And Peter Cook says, that's what I said. Very good. Blah blah CW says, instead of writing the book, why not dictate your thoughts to camera and edit them and transcript the video? Because
it's not a bad idea. You'd end up with the audio book. The problem is the structure. I've tried that in the past, and the structure of a book is difficult for you to speak. Basically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It is in my voice. It is very much in my voice. I write in my own voice. And when I read something that's not written by me, it doesn't, I don't have the same flow in the way that I come out with it. But no, what I've done in the past, blah, blah, CW, is talked into like Google, live transcribe, and then copy and pasted everything. But that's usually more for notes, like ideas and sort of like concepts and putting stuff together into some kind of, beating it together into a timeline. With this, it's already been done because I've already got my blog entries on the odysseyexpedition.com, which you can read, by the way, for free. You don't have to wait for the book to come out. And I'll be taking that and obviously making it, because that's diary entries, whereas I want to write it as a narrative, So there you go. Right. Did you send me the picture? Oh, there you go.
I did. It's in your WhatsApp.
It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful picture. So where are you going to put this? Are you going to put this all over your socials now?
It's just going out on Facebook and Blue Sky. I can't really share a link to the Facebook version of it. Maybe I can.
You could send the link to this video as well and say you can watch me make this in real time. And then people
I put that out live. We've got people online watching it.
Cool. Cool.
We will do that. We will do. Listen, thanks everyone in the chat for persevering with that. But we did end up with a joke that I wouldn't have come up with. So I think that's pretty cool.
I think that's an excellent joke. Genuinely think that is a very good joke. And I like the little bit at the bottom of the count.
And the fact that it's the count from Sesame Street kind of works, doesn't it? Because there's the minus thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And it's an O, which is a letter, but it's also a number. It works on so many levels. It's a multi-level gag.
It's a multi-level joke.
But it looks like it's not like something that you wouldn't come up with yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's not that out there. That's like it's not your style, it's not your humor.
Yeah,
It totally
absolutely.
fits with
Yeah.
your look, if you like, or the way you make stuff.
One of the things I love about doing these cartoons is I call them stand-up cartooning, because you essentially you come up with a joke, spend about an hour thinking about it and creating it, and then stick it out straight away into social media. So we've already got 10 likes and a couple of comments on Facebook for that. Somebody saying, "Can I have my trousers back?" No, you can't. And you just get this kind of, for me, you get this instant affirmation that you've kind of hit something, you know.
Yeah.
And like the worst thing that happens is you put a joke out there and absolutely nobody likes it, and you go, "Shit, what have I done?" And quite often it's because I've put a spelling mistake in it.
What
or
if you
something.
make someone cry?
Nobody's willing to share it.
My mate Dino once made Christine cry in the liquidation club in Liverpool on Harbin Street by dancing at her.
By dancing at her?
Yeah, he was dancing like Bez in Happy Mondays like this. Or like, you know, Ian Brown in the Stone Roses, and she burst into tears because she didn't know what the fuck was going on. So if you make someone cry now and again doing something that you love, I mean, you know.
Wouldn't it be the dream for me is always to really piss off somebody. So originally the reason I got into this was that I pissed off Nigel Farage and a couple of his MEPs, and ended up with a newspaper story and Andrew Neil even interviewing Patrick, what was his name? What was the spokesman for UKIP back in the day? Patrick something.
Kilroy Smith.
Anyway, it might as well have been.
Silk.
And that just accelerated the account. And you just think, yeah, if I can waste 10 minutes of their time with them being a bit embarrassed by a cartoon, basically. But one of the problems with politicians in cartoons in general is like a lot of them, Leon Britton used to collect them.
Yeah.
Used to collect his cartoons and fill the toilet up with them. And you kind of don't want that. You don't want them to feel like they're heroes because you're taking the piss out of them. So it's constantly just trying to poke at their ego.
And Sarah did get the correct answer for the question about bringing out the devil. I'm guessing this has been said by Jack Nicholson in the movie Terms of Endearment. Is it Deborah Winger? Is Deborah Winger in that? It won the Oscar. Yeah. I think it won the Oscar, actually. I think that Jack Nicholson plays an ex-NASA astronaut, just like in Northern Exposure, when there was an old NASA astronaut.
God, I used to love Northern Exposure.
In Alaska.
Wasn't he a doctor?
He was a doctor. He was like a New York doctor, New York City doctor. And because they all fucking hated him, he fucked up somehow until they sent him off to like the middle of nowhere in Alaska.
Yeah.
There was that. There was Twin Peaks, Due South, all sort of same sort of area, I think, of like weirdness.
They don't make telly like they used to, do they?
Oh, Due South was great. So that was like a Mountie, wasn't it, on his horse in Chicago for some reason. There's always gangsters running around with the guns and shooting each other, and then he turned up on his horse, and they're like, "What the fuck?" in his full Mountie costume, uniform. I've got a friend who's in the Royal Mounted Police, you know, Canadian Mounted Police.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's got the whole uniform.
Does he wear a silly hat with a big brim?
He got married last year, and he got married in the uniform. How cool is that?
Perfect.
Yeah.
It is one of the best looking uniforms.
It is.
Like if you had to rank the top 10 uniforms,
would you put one of the Hugo Boss uniforms that the Nazis wore in the top 10?
Yeah, because they were beautiful, weren't
they? Evil man.
And the flags. I mean, come on. From a design perspective. Is it Nazism is what happens if you put a fairly shit graphic designer in charge of a country, basically. Whereas Trump is a terrible fascist because he just wants to paint everything in gold. Yeah, that's garbage.
He's got no style.
Can't come up with a decent logo.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the seals of the US government, because they all look like they were drawn by a 4-year-old. And they go, "Oh, we'll put an Indian in there and a tomahawk and an eagle and what's it about? It's about space. So I know we'll stick, I don't know, the moon."
Swiss Guard uniforms. Where would they come in the top 10?
Patrick O'Flynn, Simon Smith. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was Patrick O'Flynn. I did an interview with Andrew Neil about my cartoons. Where would you put the Swiss Guards? Oh God, can you imagine? Like they are pretty well trained, those guys, aren't they? They're like marine.
Yeah, but they look ridiculous. They look like Harlequins.
But the prize of being one of the elite forces in the Vatican is that you essentially look like a prat all day, basically.
I mean, they look absolutely ridiculous.
But where would you put like beef eaters? They're pretty rubbish costumes as well. They're
Do you know
iconic.
what? Do you
but
know what
rubbish.
though? My favorite Pokemon that I ever caught was a Pikachu dressed as a beefeater. It was like a special edition that they brought out because when the Pokemon Go festival thing was in London, and I
There you
called
go.
him. I changed his name to Piccadilly. See what I did there? Anyway,
got the
really
tank.
cute, really cute.
We got,
Got the
we
tank,
got
the tank, the tank. Do you
We've
want the
not got
tank?
tank.
I've always got the
Gotta
tank.
be,
Do you want
gotta
the
be time for the
Do you want the
tank.
tank? I can bring the tank on. I always bring the tank on. What was I going to say? Also, what about the Greek? I don't know who it is. It's not the Greek army because obviously they wouldn't dress in daft things. But there's a Greek guards. I think that might be like the old royal guards or something, and they wear pom poms on their shoes.
Yeah. I've seen those in Athens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided to go for a long weekend in Athens when I thought there was going to be a revolution.
What,
My wife at the time
1971?
thought. My wife at the time. No, it was when they were talking about exiting the euro.
Oh, you brought the picture back up. I've already got it on the
Bring it
screen.
up for the end. Oh, have you got it on the screen?
Yeah. I've got it. You can
Sorry,
take that
man.
one. There you go.
I can't see the live feed.
I know you can't. Damn it. You take up too much of your internet. You haven't got the bandwidth.
Yeah, my wife at the time thought it was a romantic gesture to go for a long weekend to Athens, and I was thinking, I reckon Greece might leave the EU, and there might be like some kind of riots in the streets, so that'd be cool. Let's book our hotel in the middle of town.
Yeah. I've one for Graham. Might be easy. Oh, please. I've never heard of anything so ridiculous. I mean, no one could blackmail me. My life is an open book. I've never done anything wrong. From a movie. Oh, please. I've never heard anything so ridiculous. I mean, no one could blackmail me. My life is an open book. I've never done anything wrong.
Sarah Davis is going to get this.
Yeah, probably before me. I don't know. Sorry. And Samusu is saying, I love Due South. Too young to really understand the dialogue, but love the theme and the general story. Yeah, it's great.
What's going? Spherlance, is my feed slow?
No? Or if it is, I haven't noticed it. I've been too busy reading the thing.
It's Spherlance says, did Wayne supply Mike's internet?
That's a bit rude, Spherlance. Although, this is a cartoon.
Is it? Well, the trouble is I'm running two PCs on the same router.
Oh, God, you're so PC.
And one of them is rendering an image at the moment, which is making a hell of a noise. I can't imagine the fan is coming out on the.
I've only got one PC. The other one is woke.
Tank? Where's the tank? Is it just like? I actually get that as political correctness. When did we stop calling it political correctness and start calling
because
it
they
woke?
didn't want to call it. Well, it used to be just manners. It was called manners. It was about not being horrible to people just on the basis of what they look like, or your concept of superiority or whatever it might be, and it was called manners. And then they said, no, we've got to have people having manners on TV because we can't have people laughing. We can't have white fat comedians laughing at people and coming from other places, or ancestry from other places. And then he said, okay, well, let's stop calling it manners. Because if we say that people shouldn't have manners, that sounds bad. So we'll change the name to PC, politically correct. And then, at some point they change it to woke because of its connotations with the black community in America. Because political correctness.
We should come up with a new name just to confuse everyone. We should
How
come up
about
with
manners?
a new phrase for
How about fucking manners? Having some fucking
we get
manners.
back to manners. That's kind of what Keir Starmer was trying to say in his speech today, I think.
Yeah. Spherland saying, no, Graham.
Did you notice in his speech, which was fairly dry and boring and difficult to listen to, basically, but he did take on immigration.
He did.
He actually made it a principle that we are a diverse community and we should be proud of that, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, he was trying to face down reform, I guess, at that point. I thought it was ironic he was doing it in Hastings, and what he didn't talk about was the fact that our parliament and all of our laws are written by immigrants who invaded.
And had a big battle.
Yeah,
Not in Hastings, by the way, in a place called Battle.
It is Battle, just
It is
north of
Battle.
Hastings.
Yeah. You'd think they'd stay away because they knew it was called Battle. They'd be like, not going there.
Yeah.
We got another quiz. Last one. Everyone born knowing all the Beatles lyrics instinctively. They're passed into the fetus subconsciously. Fact, they should be called the Fetals. I don't know. High Fidelity. I don't know.
The Ruttles.
The Ruttles. I don't think they mention the Beatles in the Ruttles because it's an alternative dimension, isn't it?
I think it would have been quite a dangerous thing to mention the Beatles in the Ruttles. They're already verging on the edge of copyright, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
I love that film.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite films.
It is good. Neil Innes, man. If Neil Innes was still alive, he could be in our chat, you know.
Do you know him? Knew him?
Yeah, well, he was going to talk at one of our rallies against Brexit back in 2019.
You've expanded the politics social chat quite a lot
Yes.
recently. There's a whole bunch of new characters in there.
I'm going to have to, at some point, do a big, long thing where I introduce everybody. Because there's just a load of numbers now that people don't know. So I will I will do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm hoping is for the Friday night socials, we'll get a few more guests to come on. Because when I originally started the Friday night social, it was like I was asking people like Tom from Gomez or Femi or someone else just to come on for 1 week. We'd have our regulars and then we'd have people coming on and coming and going. And that's sort of fallen away just because of my lack of organizational skills more than anything. But I'm hoping that this is going to sort of push me towards actually saying to you, do you want to come on our show?
Yeah. And maybe we could find out more about that person in each show, basically.
Anyway, but yeah, that'll be good. And I was going to do flames on the side of my face, but that might have been too much of a giveaway. It says hidden there. No, sorry, I have no idea. Bad manners. Did I bust a blood vessel? Says Dart 4x4. Very good.
Genius.
Genius. Hard Day's Night yesterday. What was that? Was that a quote from the Hard Day's Night? I can't remember. Anyway, right. Well, do you know what? You actually finished the cartoon bang on time. That's very impressive.
Well, next time we'll talk more as well while I do it. That was a bit of a panic, basically, is that once you start getting. When you get instructions from people and you're going, can I do that? Or am I going to embarrass myself by saying, no, I can't do that? Basically.
No, I'm glad you did it. This is Mike's idea, and I think it's a really lovely idea. And I'd look forward to doing this a bit more.
Cool. Let's try and do some more of these. I like them.
So what I'm thinking is like the Thursday night slot on Politics Social. So not necessarily something that we do each week, unless you want to do it each week. But we can do a swear jar, or we can do an episode of The Intersection, or we can do an episode of Reform Watch and like switch it, for each week.
It's a good
do
plan,
something a bit different because there's not enough stuff about reform to talk about every fucking week. We're just really beating it. There's something to laugh at them each week, but I think it's worth making a.
Can I just on the instant affirmation thing? Can I read out a comment from the chat? I love your art style, Mike. It kind of reminds me of Mies from the Nintendo Avatar system.
Oh yes.
Hope to see this again, guys. That's nice. Thank you.
It's all good.
It's literally the best I could do. It was like, okay, I need to fake up Trumpton characters. How am I going to do that? And I started using SketchUp to try and do it, and therefore they end up coming out looking a bit like Mies, basically. But it is a style.
But it does remind me of Trumpton.
Stuck with it.
It does remind me of Trumpton, which I watched as a kid, and Camberwick Green, and that other fucking place that no one ever remembers.
There is a guy on YouTube who's meticulously remaking Trumpton using 3D models.
Oh wow!
I've sent him a few assets that I've built over the time, basically. But he's very good at it. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Ivan Ambrose, thank you.
Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I'm not a fan of the politically correct or woke terms. Manners, good. Also respect, kindness, and not to see you next Tuesday. Politically correct or woke terms. But that's the thing. It's supposed to be manners. It's just supposed to be not making people feel like shit. And not using slurs against people because, for a long time,
that's
especially
like time.
If you look at like slurs that they use in America, they'll say things were gay. They would say things are the R word, which is referring to mental health problems. They'll say things are lame, which is referring to people who have got some kind of disability. They say things are dumb, as in someone who's deaf and dumb. I mean, there's a lot of quite prejudiced language. And I'm guessing that most people wouldn't like those words to be used against them if they were, especially if they
No,
were
I did.
suffering. From
And the problem is the people using them are the biggest snowflakes going, aren't they? They object to being called right wing half the time. So
they object to me making jokes about shagging their mum. Well, some people.
But you have shagged all their mums.
I
That's
know.
the thing.
I'm just letting them know.
It's not a joke. It's just facts. Basically.
Sophia Lance says Trump meets Windy Miller next, which I love the idea of because Trump keeps going on about windmills. This makes sense.
I have a Windy.
You have a Windy Miller. I know you've got a Windy Miller.
Yeah.
So next time we'll have a Trump saying, dressed as Don Quixote, tilting at the windmills.
Next time we publish one of these, come with ideas, people, and we'll try and make them happen.
We could have a wind turbine and Windy Miller next to it going, it's nothing to do with me, mate.
Brilliant.
So Trump going there with an axe. It's killing the birds! Well, unlike tall glass buildings that birds fly into all the fucking time, Mr. Trump. Anyway.
It's just to end on the Mandelson joke that we've done, basically. I do think the irony that it looks like the one political leader that could be in trouble over the Epstein files is the one that was just so unlikely to be anywhere near the Epstein files.
The one who wasn't mates with Epstein, never went to the island, never abused a child, never took part in prostitution or sex trafficking or...
It's going to be interesting because I was watching The Rest Is Politics the other day, and Rory Stewart, halfway through it, just introduces the fact that Alistair Campbell had been to Epstein's flat in New York. And Campbell says, yeah, but it wasn't the same as any of the Mandelson things. I just happened to be there, basically, one day. And you go, oh, hang on, what? There's a connection here all of a sudden. He's going, yeah, but I'm morally okay. And you go, oh, God, okay. I imagine that they had an editorial meeting about that one and went, we're going to have to mention the fact that you were there because it's in your diaries, basically.
Yeah. God. What a time to be alive.
I just think that this whole story, Tan, I think, was saying recently that it's like maybe we should have paid more attention to the QAnon people because they weren't wrong that there is a cabal of paedophiles running the world secretly.
Yes.
It's just
we
maybe
Democrats.
Should have engaged with them a little bit and just gone, but they're not in a pizza shop and it's not Hillary Clinton, basically. It's your man Trump and Epstein. And but otherwise you were completely
It's all the people that you love instead of all the people that you hate. You thought it was all the people that you hate. Turns out it's all the people that you love. There you go.
Yeah. Well, on that note,
we could cover the Kasabian song "You're in Love with a Psycho," and we could change it to "You're in Love with a Pedo." What do you reckon? I'm a big fan of changing the lyrics of actual songs that exist. That's why I like Weird Al Yankovic. Maybe we get Weird Al Yankovic on here, but you could write a song while we're.
That's the next thing we need to do with Politics Social, I think, is start trying to get hold of some of the American commentators as well, YouTubers.
Yeah.
Let's get some of them in.
That'd be good. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Huge thanks to the incredibly talented Mike Dix for drawing this wonderful picture. Obviously, thank you to Sophia Lance for coming up with the idea of this as well. For this particular picture and possibly the next one even. So that was Sophia Lance as well. And until I see you again, which hopefully will be tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, bright and early for Morning Brew. And then we've got the agenda with me and Phil. You won't want to miss that tomorrow. You won't want to miss that because Phil's got to try and argue that it was a good idea.
There's been sparks.
There has been sparks in the chat. There's been it's smouldering away in the chat, and then I'll just.
So I never go into the WhatsApp group and take on Phil. It's kind of pointless because you're just never going to win.
You're not going to win. You're not going to win.
But even when he's wrong, I kind of went in and said, "No, Phil, it was a bad decision. It was a bad decision." And he's going, "Think of all the jobs in Wales that we saved," and I'm going, "Fuck off."
So yeah, you won't want to miss that. It'll be brilliant. Mike, will you be around tomorrow? Are you?
Yes,
you will.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
For tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and engineer my day so I can stay up that late. It's not been easy recently.
Yeah, I know. So okay, all right, mate. Well, it'll be good. And it was great to see you in person last week when we did.
Yes, it was. It was lovely.
Brighton, me and Hannah. We should have done a show on the couch.
We should.
I didn't think of that.
Done that. We could have done that.
But then we didn't have much time. We only had a couple of hours, so it was just like catching up and.
It's crazy. I just want to say to everybody in the group what a good person Graham is. Basically, I was not capable of doing much more than saying hello, and he came all the way down on his grand tour of the south of England and just came in and said hello, and then went with Hannah, and it was really lovely, and it's amazing. It's amazing to have a friend like that. I appreciate
It's
it.
really good to see you. I'm going to try and pop down again, maybe at the beginning of March or at the end of March.
Come and see me in the hospital.
In the vicinity, so it just depends how things are going with everything. So yeah, okay. Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and until tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, I'll say hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Bye.